Hello, were you in the CCC?
Mm-hmm.
And was that gentleman in the CCC?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You were both just talking?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with public radio. Can I rope him over here and I'll ask you both a couple of questions?
Well, I don't care.
Okay. Excuse me? Jim Kent with the public radio, South Dakota Public Radio.
My name's Harold Pirner.
How are you?
Pretty good.
I overheard you speaking to that gentleman there about your times in the CCC.
Right.
I'd like to ask you questions together. He said he's willing to come over here and I'll interview both of you together. Is that okay?
Okay.
You can just stay here. I'll grab him and bring him over here. He said apparently he's okay with talking to you
Okay.
and me together.
Well, you know, we can say about anything we want because there's nobody left to dispute.
Well,
us.
they can't prove it, can
No,
they?
no.
Okay. Your name is?
Harold Pirner.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Harold Pirner.
And would you spell it for me?
Pirner.
Okay. And where do you live?
Rapid City.
Okay. And your name is?
Iven Jacobsen,
Okay.
and I live at Huron, South Dakota now.
And how old are you?
80. I'll be 88 next month.
Okay.
87.
87.
Makes me 87 now. Yeah.
Okay. So you'll be 88.
Right.
Okay. Early happy birthday.
Thank you.
And you are?
I'm 88 in April of this year. Yeah.
So you were just 88.
Just 88, yeah.
So you're a little bit older than
A
him.
little bit,
You're
not
senior
much.
to him. So
I'm a senior, yeah, a senior.
So you're the kid.
Yeah, I'm the kid.
Okay. Move a little bit closer here. We'll be a team. All right.
Okay.
So tell me, where and when did you go in the CCC?
I expect it was about in October of 1939.
Okay.
And I lived in the eastern part of the state, a little town called Delmont.
And how old were you at that point?
I suppose about 20, 19 or 20,
Okay.
because at the time World War II started, I was just right before the draft.
Okay. And what caused you to go in the CCC?
What's that?
What made you go in the CCC?
Well, there wasn't anything else to do. It sounded like a pretty good job to me, and turned out to be a real good job.
Okay. Stay right there. Where and when did you go in?
In October of 38. And I got out in the spring of 39, went back to the farm to farm.
And where did you
and
go in?
Camp Robey out here in the hills.
Okay.
And that's south of Deadwood, about 12 miles. That was it. And when I come out here, I was 17 years old, and I looked on my discharge paper, said I was 5'5". So I was just about like a fourth grader, you know, today. So,
Yeah.
Hey, I was 5'3" when I got out of the 8th grade. That was 5'5" was big for me. Took me to high school to grow up.
yeah.
Okay, so did you guys ever? Is this the first time you've met?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
Just 2 minutes ago here. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so did you work at any of the same places?
No,
No,
we
no,
had no
no.
connection whatsoever. No. I worked in the woods when I first come out here, thinning trees, and then I got a job at the kitchen police, they call it, and I worked the rest of my time in the kitchen.
Move closer.
Yeah.
And what about you?
We took care of that irrigation project. We were working on that irrigation project, what they have east of Belfouche.
Okay.
They got the water out of Ormond Dam, and our job was to make culvert. We had one crew that made culverts that we put down for water to run, and in wintertime we cleaned out the culverts, we cleaned out the willow bushes, and we had about 7 different crews there. We had a truck crew, we had a Caterpillar crew, we had one crew that made nothing but these culverts, and we had about 3 crews that worked out in the field keeping the ditches clean.
Okay, so you were out in the field, and you started with trees.
I started thinning trees.
But then you
Yeah.
went into KP duty.
No, we didn't call it. That's why the reason I quit working in the woods because I'd get on weekend KP when I was working out there, and I didn't like that.
Oh.
So I'd have to work 7 days a week.
Okay.
And that happened 3 weeks in a row. I don't like this. And then I got a job at the kitchen. And then I was off on the weekends.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
then you went to work in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So compared to him,
Yeah.
you had it easy.
I made sandwiches for him to eat out in the field.
That we didn't like.
And that's it. I don't blame him because we'd lay out the old bread, put a gallon of butter on the top of the stove and got it warm, and then we used a 4-inch paintbrush to daub it in the butter and slopper on that sandwich. Some of them were thick with butter, and then when they would freeze out in the field, and it wasn't very good eating, but that's they lived on it. See, he did all right.
So what else?
I've got a little tale to tell. At the time I joined, I joined in the fall, and I was young. My mother worried about being cold, and so on. She says, get a job in the kitchen. She says, they'll be warm in the kitchen. So after I was at camp about a week, I found the first sergeant. I said, say, how's the chances about getting a job in the kitchen? Well, he looked at me kind of funny, and he says, that's kind of a choice job. He says, but I'll put your name on the list. Next morning at 5 o'clock, he shook me. He says, your name come up.
You weren't expecting it that soon,
No,
were you?
I sure wasn't. And I stayed in the kitchen about a week or two, and I said, get me the heck out of here.
You didn't like it?
I sure didn't.
You see that? So everybody's different.
Oh
huh?
yeah, we had to take care of those guys. He wouldn't have been here today if it hadn't been for me.
And we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for both of you. What? So I'm still back at the sandwiches.
Yeah.
You put butter on them. What else did you put on them?
Peanut butter and jelly. On top of that, you see, we didn't put on salami or nothing like it. Oh no, that was a good sandwich.
I hate peanut butter, and I can't imagine putting. My wife puts butter on all the sandwiches, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you just put butter on it when you're having toast. Anyway, so how does it feel, you two guys meeting each other for the first time, working in the same organization after all these years? How do you feel about seeing these fellow CCCs?
It's been great today.
You bet.
It's been great. I never found a guy that was in my camp. I found guys in camp, but not when I was in it. It was a different year. So I never found a guy that I was acquainted with. And but this has been great today. I'm so glad I come.
I think those CCs were just some of the best organizations that the U.S. government ever had, because they you worked out in the fields during the day. At night you took some training courses, first aid and on-the-job training and so on.
I was told that you guys partied all night.
No, that isn't true. We was too broke. We couldn't party very long.
Well, we look forward to going to Deadwood on Saturday night, though. And we lived 12 miles south of Deadwood. And Strawberry Hill, an old 36, I suppose they're 1.5 ton trucks. And we sit in the back with a tarp over our head, round up the hill, coming out of it cold, sitting back there under a tarp. Funny we didn't die of something.
But now, back then,
Yeah.
that was pre-gambling days in Deadwood, wasn't it?
No,
Wide
they
open.
closed it up.
No, wide open when I was
Wide
there.
open? It was
I
closed when I got
was
there.
scared to death and I went up there. And it was wide open. It was just terrible. It was scary because I had never been off the farm and went in there one Saturday night and I said, boys, I want out of here.
What scared you about it?
Well, there was guys walking around with their gun and roulette wheels, guys with the visors on playing poker and drinking and prostitutes
I was just going to say,
everywhere up and
hot
down.
women, huh?
Oh, well, and we didn't know what that was, We just heard them telling about it.
Which one is your wife here?
Right there.
Okay, don't listen. Did you ever find out about those hot women?
Oh yes. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Oh yes.
Okay, and you didn't get to go there.
No.
Okay.
They were closed up. After those guys were in there, they closed them up.
You know why? Because they caused so much trouble. They closed the
Yeah,
town
that's
down.
right.
No, you see, the Army guys
Yeah,
were up
the
at
Army.
lead, and they were dressed so nice, with their boots and their boot pants dressed, and they got all the girls, and we were kind of not the best dressed guys in the
You were
world.
kind of raggedy butt guys.
Raggedy
huh?
butts.
Yeah. Okay.
And
all right.
we'd come in and so that.
I was too broke because we were paid $30 and we got to keep 5. and the rest of it they sent home to our parents.
I didn't get 5 because in our camp, the government took 25 cents back for our laundry, so I got to have $4.75. I fell a little short.
Can't gamble much with $4, can you?
No. Yeah, but it went a long ways. PXs, we had PXs, you know, and so candy bar, I suppose, was a nickel and things like that.
And if you played poker, it was just all penny ante stuff.
Yeah, or
pretty
matches.
Much. No,
You used
we're
real
stuck to
stuff.
pennies.
Yeah, I won't want to play for matches either. What
No,
good is
no.
that? Jeez.